My name is Allison Julien, and I'm an organizer with the National Domestic Workers Alliance. We are organizing for changes in labor laws for all domestic workers. When we refer to domestic workers, we talk about nannies, care providers to the elderly and disabled, and house cleaners. I'm an immigrant. I've been undocumented doing domestic work. I knew that I needed to be a part of something bigger, to be a part of a larger community who were advocating for change. When I learned about domestic worker organizing back in 2002, I immediately got involved. My time is spent directing them to some of the services that they need, from food to housing to questions about immigration. The list goes on. When we heard about the first case of the coronavirus here in New York City, I immediately asked, what about the domestic worker? We knew they would not qualify for the stimulus package. Many of them would become unemployed, and many would not have unemployment. And sad to say, all of those things became our realities. Since the pandemic, my work days have drastically changed. I went from getting about 15 to 20 calls a day to 50, 60, 70 calls a day. The National Domestic Workers Alliance immediately sprung into action in creating our coronavirus care fund for domestic workers. And here in New York City, we've given over $3.5 million to over 7,000 domestic workers who need this cash assistance. The Robin Hood Foundation have been so supportive to the National Domestic Workers Alliance, and by extension, thousands of domestic workers here in New York City. This funding through our coronavirus care fund has made a difference in their lives, especially at such a critical time. Donations help because the more money we get, the more money we give. I am so honored to be a Robin Hood hero, and I feel like I get to share this with the thousands of domestic workers that I work for every single day. And if you were sleeping at all on the amazing work that they do every single day, this is a wake-up call, because domestic workers hold New York City together.